following features are only available to our unlimited and enterprise plan users. The first thing you'll notice when you come to your cover pages and add a section, you'll notice you have a few more new choices. So asset cards here, section templates and page templates. If you click asset cards there, asset cards are a way to bring assets in other collections to your cover page. So if you click add there, you can see these are assets from your other pages or other collections rather. So select a video, select a font, select an image. Yeah, maybe that or the icon. Anyway, so yeah, so you see now your list of assets. If you delete any of these assets in the other pages, then they'll be removed from here automatically. Yeah, so you can come in here and also customize the look of this. You can say this is stripe list with rounded corners. Make the card small. Get the idea. So you can play around with that, and then maybe use like a grid view here. So yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, or you can also of course change this to bento. So asset cards is a nice way for you to like just if you want to like get summary of assets in other pages, you can just use the asset card component here. The other improvements we're adding here is if I come to now the section templates, you see now you have an access to different templates of different components. We've added a bunch new components, like for instance for bento we have new layouts. Let's start with that because that is the new thing. So all of these are bento layouts. You get a chance now to customize almost every part of the bento layout. So come start with the component here and just customize it to your heart's content. So you see you also have chances to make changes like that. You can come with that here and say reduce the spacing to none, and then I can say remove the rounded corners around the cards to none here, and save changes, and then there you have it, a new layout. And of course you can still come here and play with these templates as well. So yeah, pull in those sections, play around with them. There's like I said, there's a bunch more sections there. There's stuff like sliders, and they have different shapes. So again, the idea for giving you access to these templates is so you can start from somewhere instead of starting from scratch. So you see the different types of sliders there. It can be contained like that, or it can be scrolling like that, or it can be in this setup. So yeah, the idea is to play with them and experiment until you find something you like. So that is the section templates, but we also have page templates here. So with page templates, you see we've combined the different section templates in different ways. You see here we have the bento section with the media section there. You see here with some of those new bento layouts. So yeah, just come and grab one of these and start from there. So I'll just grab something down here. Apply to page. Yeah, in this case I'm going to see the different stuff that you have here, and one of the new cooler stuff that we have is you can come to a section like this. Again, if you're on the unlimited and enterprise plans, you get an option to generate content using AI. So I can come here and say generate with AI and describe what I want. Small design studio in New York. Yeah, so you see now you have the questions there. Ideally write your own questions and answers, but to just get you started a little bit, you can see based on your description there, the AI will generate a few sample questions based on what you asked. So yeah, same thing for like call to actions. So you see this is a simple call to actions, but if you come to the section templates there are different types of call to action. You'll see them here. You can have the color, you can have it with actions. Again, the idea is to experiment until you find something you like. Speaking of AI generated content, if I come back to colors here, I can come and look at our branding tools and go to palette generator. Now you'll also have access to this, so you can say something like summer breeze, again, and tell AI to generate. So see, it creates a summer breeze palette there. You can rename this. And they have your palette colors. So yeah, we're bringing AI to help you in some of those various places that you use every day. And so to show you some other places where you're doing that, when you come to edit a color, these are gradients now. You should see an AI suggest button here. I click that, say something like windy forest, and you'll see it gives you some gradients there around windy forest. Another place we're bringing this to is, I'm gonna accept this, is to fonts. If I come back to fonts here and I click running tools, font gallery, actually font pairing, and come here and say fancy. There you see, fancy will suggest you play fair display and LoRa. And if you hold Option or Alt, you can select a single weight. This is a hot tip for you. So if I'm holding Option again, I can select maybe 500, and then if I hold Shift, I can select multiple weights. So if I'm at 500 and hold Shift, I can select all the three. So a little hot tip for you there. I'm just going to select the one, and you can add that to your fonts if you wanted to. Another place to bring this is on the home page. I'm going to just get rid of this right now. Another place for bringing the AI help here is here with text. So you'll see now our texts are editable with like something like that. But when you come here, you can press slash and type AI. You'll see there are a few AI options here. So in this case, I'm going to tell it to expand, and I'm saying add para our sustainability, like so. Give it a second to generate, and there you go. You can accept or discard or retry. It's going to accept right now. Then I'll show you another one. I can come and say short term, say yeah, so you can see how that could be useful, getting you set up quickly. Yeah, so to demystify this a little bit for you, let's try and build out a page. Let's get started. So I'm going to delete this section, and I'm going to edit here and say I don't really want a banner for this page. Now to remove the space above the page, and let's grab one of our section templates. There's a nice multi-section layout down here. Grab this, add that as a section. I'll go to the next step there. Section, I'll grab it from the section templates again. The headings, I want this particular heading here, and then have that followed by something like sliders like that, maybe. Let's actually see how that looks. So there we go. Title with sliders, yes, nice. Let's add a new section down here. Section templates. Feature showcase is a nice one. That, add, and then add a new section. I want to grab a CTA here, and finally let's finish off with an FAQ. You can search for your sections like so. Yeah, now that is just adding the sections, but you can start having fun with them. So let me show you one example here. So if I come to this section, I can tell it parallax as an animation, and also you see there's a caption there. I'll tell it to place outside instead of inside. And I save, the caption is outside, but here's the cool thing. If I scroll, the nice little parallax effect on the text there. So that is just one way to customize that. Let's look at this section here. So this section currently is using your theme colors for these badges when there's badges here. So if I added a badge here to this card, make test and save changes. So you'll see the badges actually using your theme colors. So if you go to brand and change your theme color to something like maybe a yellow, like so, that is actually lying, you see now they're picking up on your theme color for your brand. But you can of course come in here and override the default ones. So you can come here and say I want a gradient for that. Let's pick something like that. And now this one uses a gradient, this falls back to your theme color if you don't set the color for that. So you can see how we're customizing these sections. Let's continue customizing. Let's go to this. So right now we have this expandable slider, but I can say, you know what, I just want like a different kind of slider. I want a single slider like so, where everything is in a single slide and I can scroll between them. The other thing I want it to do is like go edge to edge. So go here, say full width, edge to edge, but there are rounded corners here. I want to remove those. Edit, remove rounded corners here, none, save. Now the buttons at the bottom here, I want them to come inside. Tell it dots position inside, arrow position inside, save, like so. I can tell you I don't really want the text on this, so I can come here and say media only, and there you have it. So you can say maybe you don't want the dots to show up, right, save. Now you just scroll with this. So there you have it. In your section, you can come here and say, for this section here, I want a different layout, maybe that, or maybe that. Yeah, you can say, let me just go back to the, you can customize the spacing here. So let's say remove the spacing, use black background for the cards, remove candle rounded corners, and I don't know, corners to the outside. So I'm moving fast, of course, because I've played around with this and experimented. I can come and say remove the card padding to none, like so. And then I can say text padding, maybe increase that a little bit. Yeah. So they see now you have a different layout. We can of course come back here to the one that we had before. And we can say this maybe is a little too much. So let's bring back that spacing. And yeah, remove the round corners outside, place it on the cards back. So they have it, so they have a new layout from what you had before. So the fun of this and getting it to fit your context is the customization, of course. Another cool thing with the media section here is you can come in here and say remove the mask. They say save that change. There we have it. Now of course you have to come to the section. You'll see there is no space below, and add the space below, and come to the page here, space above, come to the card and say make it interactive, and now it's like that. You can come here and say hide the title there, so now it's just that. Yeah, so you see we started with the stuff from the section there, but we went ahead and had something custom. So that's the idea with the cover pages. If you're on this unlimited or enterprise, you can have very custom looking pages. What I'm going to do is I'm going to revert these changes that I made, and yeah, The cool thing about this is you can switch your theme and it will adapt all these sections, adapt to your theme colors, like so. That's another cool thing about this sections templates that we provide you. By default, the colors they're using are theme friendly.